The high-stakes meeting comes one day after Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky spoke with Trump at Mar-a-Lago. The pair say they're reaching close to a deal to end their nearly four-year war with Russia. Let's get to our Jolie Rodriguez live near Mar-a-Lago all morning long, breaking down both peace talks happening right here in our backyard. Jolie, good morning.
Good morning, Stephen. Felicia. Yeah, busy 2 days here on Palm Beach Island. As we know, Benjamin Netanyahu is returning to Mar-a-Lago for the first time during President Trump's second term here as they try to advance the peace agreement in Gaza. This is video of his arrival to Palm Beach International Airport yesterday afternoon. Both leaders will talk about implementing phase 2 of the peace agreement that the United States helped to broker between Israel and Hamas. The first phase of the ceasefire began in October and secured the release of all but one of the hostages, both alive and deceased. Thousands of Palestinian prisoners were also released. Netanyahu is expected to demand that Hamas disarm before Israeli troops further withdraw from Gaza. They are also expected to discuss how Gaza will rebuild. Now, today's peace talks come after, as you guys mentioned, Ukrainian president who just visited Vladimir Zelensky when they talked about peace talks of their own. He met with Trump at Mar-a-Lago on Sunday to continue peace talks to end the nearly four-year-long war between Russia and Ukraine. Both Trump and Zelensky expressed confidence that they are nearing a deal.
We have great achievements, 20-point peace plan, 90% agreed, and U.S.-Ukraine security guarantees, 100% agreed.
I just think we're doing very well.
Perfect. Now, the main issue stalling this deal is territory. Zelensky is looking for security guarantees for Ukraine and to avoid ceding territory captured by Russia by suggesting creating a demilitarized zone. Trump said he had a 2-hour call with Russian President Vladimir Putin ahead of the meeting and said he is serious about peace despite a recent attack in Ukraine. They are expected to talk again soon. The president also hinting negotiations are expected to continue in the coming weeks, including with European leaders. As for today's meeting with Netanyahu, Donald Trump is also expected to touch on conversations about Iran and Lebanon. But again, that meeting is set to take place in about an hour here on Palm Beach. Live near Mar-a-Lago, Jolie Rodriguez, WPBF 25 News.
Jolie, thank you. Security, of course, a top priority today with groups of protesters and supporters expected to be out there.
Yeah, with more on that, we want to bring in our Angela Rozier. Angela, walk us through what you're seeing.
Well, Stephen and Felicia, I can tell you right now, we haven't seen any protesters as of yet, but we did see several supporters for President Donald Trump here outside Mar-a-Lago. And we've also seen a heavy traffic as well as heavy security here outside Mar-a-Lago. I want to show you some video that we shot not too long ago. Additional screening we've seen near Mar-a-Lago here along Southern Boulevard. Deputies with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office are checking mostly trucks and the trunks of SUVs that are crossing the bridge here today. Now, we have been told that security has increased during the holidays and visitors and residents should expect delays. Now, as you know, there will be road closures when the president's motorcade passes through. And again, as you know, President Trump expected to meet with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu later this afternoon. We will be here and reach out to any protesters or supporters that we run across and share with you their comments. Reporting live near Mar-a-Lago, Angela Rozier, WPBF 25 News.